all of Harry Potter fandom descended on that video, which was cool. It was cool. Like all of these new YouTubers I've never heard of or I wasn't familiar with, they all came out in full force, analyzing the video, offering their thoughts. On Monday's stream, you'll know we reacted to what was it, Podcast Now or Procast Now, Gamecast Now? It was something like that. A YouTuber who tried to do like a rebuttal of my video, and it basically was like a 20-minute video of him just showing that he doesn't know what the word skepticism means. He's like, I could be really skeptical and then just say everything is awful. I was like, that's cynicism. That's not skepticism. So already, like, you've kind of shown that you don't really know what what you're talking about. But okay, seemed like a nice guy, but you know that it was a weird video to say the least. But he was in the minority. The overwhelming majority of people who came out after that video on Twitter and everywhere else, delightful. I was amazed at how sweet and welcoming so many of these people were. I was like, I don't know what I expected from the Harry Potter fandom. I honestly don't know what I expected, but I don't think I expected them to be so like loving and sweet. And they were all like, oh, well, let's just, I think Luke is right. You should be skeptical of these things, but I'm just so excited. Like, just teddy bears, every one of them. So I reached out to a couple of the ones that I found to be genuine and seemed to have something to say that was valuable. And we're probably going to try to film a collaboration next week and do a whole like thing on it, kind of answering, or where they have a chance to answer my questions and concerns because they follow this way closer than I do. So it's going to be interesting. But all of this kind of centered around this, what we're looking at right now, which is the Dark Arts Arena. So if you're not familiar with this game, basically the Dark Arts Arena is one such arena in Hogwarts Legacy where you can go and engage in combat trials, basically, for probably XP, maybe collectibles, crafting items, maybe even like apparel and cosmetics and things. And how these work is there's multiple arenas in the game where you can go and test your mettle against opponents. And this particular one is the Dark Arts Arena. So this arena is specifically for using the dark arts. Shocker. That means forbidden spells, curses, things like that. And you can use them without fear or favor. It's a free-for-all. It's an arena just for that. So that's different from elsewhere in the game. Elsewhere in the game, if you use like Avada, then you can be like, it's a big deal if you do that. But in the Dark Arts Arena, it's okay. You notice, though, in this footage, they're just traveling to this arena. So they've just ridden through the game world and they come across this statue and pillar. And from here, you approach it, you press a button, and then you can warp into the Dark Arts Battle Arena. As you see here, it says, fight waves of enemies in this battle arena with the unforgivable curses, Imperio and Crucio, as well as the blasting curse, Confringo, whatever. In addition to their unique and devastating effects, the unforgivable curses break through all shield charms. So it's like, oh, that's cool. My problem, and what I outlined in the video, is that this thing is not available to you if you didn't pay extra. You have to buy the, whatever they call it, enhanced or deluxe edition, whatever. And if you don't pay that extra bit or anything else, you don't get access to it. They've said this will be available for purchase on the side. So if you want access to it, you can buy it probably for like $5-10 as like a DLC, and you can get access to it that way. My point was that I don't like it when a game hasn't even come out yet and they're already cutting chunks of it out to sell back to you, right? I don't like that. The Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy fans that are really into this game and kind of apologize for it say this isn't a big deal. There's other arenas you can go to. It's not great. Yeah, I'd rather it was in the game, but it's not that big of a deal. I think that that's fair to say, it doesn't bug me. I think that that's okay. My point was, this is one potential warning sign from a publisher that's known for being extremely greedy with their games. So I was like, if they've done this with something little like this, who's to say that they won't have other chunks of the game cut out for later monetization? So, like, of course, people have been upset about Quidditch being missing, a lot of these in-world events and games being missing from the game. I would not be shocked at all. And I know they've said, like, no, we're not working on it, this and that. I would not be shocked at all if they came out in 6 months and said that they have Quidditch coming to the game in December, like for the winter. Like, that would not surprise me at all. So that was my point. There's a place in the game you can go to, and I would assume you go up to this if you haven't paid the extra bit of cash, and it will say, instead of enter, view in shop, or get DLC in the PlayStation Store, or whatever. And I just don't like that. I don't like that. But if you go through, then you're actually going to be able to engage in combat from there. You can already ride a broomstick. No brainer to add Quidditch. That's, I think, where everybody's at. They're like, this seems like a slam dunk, but they haven't added it. They said that they aren't actively working on it, so we'll see. So, yeah, like in this moment, you can see this. Am I thinking that like the game sucks or will suck if you can't go here? No, I think the game could still be great. I just don't like that they have this. They chose to show this as a major portion of their gameplay reveal. And if you don't give them more money than the minimum, you don't get access to it. And I don't like that. It creates two classes of players. And listen, I know what it's like to be broke as hell. I know what it's like to have a checking account, which for weeks on end is $100 in the negative or more. To have fully maxed your credit card out, to take cash advances just to pay rent, and to be able to buy a pack of ramen noodles so that you can eat for the next 2 days. I know what it's like to be that broke. And let's be real, it sucks that if you don't give them extra money, that you're not going to be able to enjoy this like that. Like, that just is lame.
He took my thing.